friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kaylin. If you're not new, thanks for coming back. Always happy to have you. Today is sort of a bittersweet video. Feels like this video has been so long in the making and it's taken so long to make, but also feels like just yesterday I was filming my first day living in Boston vlog, and now I'm filming my last day living in Boston vlog. It's May, if you can believe it. I am moving out of Boston, out of my South Boston apartment. I moved in last July, so I've been here a little under a year, and I just signed a lease to rent a house with my boyfriend Grant, and that lease has actually already started. It's time for me to move. My movers come tomorrow. I am technically still living here the rest of this week, so this is my actual like last day living in Boston, but it feels like the chapter is closing, if that makes sense. Like, I'm here, going to be living here this week for logistic reasons, and then like none of my stuff is gonna be here. Like, I'm just living out of a suitcase for the last week. I'm watching Miss Maple for the last week. This will probably be the last video with Miss Maple. And then next Saturday, I live in my other house full time, which I'm very excited for. So today's Saturday, my movers come tomorrow at like 8 a.m. I have a lot of work to do in terms of moving, so I want to get that done. But also, it's kind of funny, when I started living here, I moved in July. Both my roommates were away traveling, so I lived here for the first like week and a half by myself. Like, I'm doing that again. Like, I'm here for my last week by myself. So we did some fun things in that vlog. Like, we went for a walk on the beach. I think one thing that I have been like always saying is I want to go eat dinner on the beach, so I might pack myself a little dinner picnic and go eat on the beach today. I went to Cafe Nero and did some writing, and I think I might do that again because that just is a good closing out moment. We'll have some time to like reflect on this past year and what this experience has meant to me, but I got some work to do before the movers come. Look it, there you are. It feels like it's been an insane 10 months, and I can't believe it's over. First things first, I gotta like get my life together and figure out where everything is going. I'm gonna put some stuff in the living room. I'm gonna be sleeping in the living room for the next week. I'm gonna put the stuff that I'm not having the movers bring in there, like the big things. I'm gonna figure out a moving plan, but first I'm gonna call my mom. I haven't talked to my mom in a while, and I miss that lady. So I'm gonna give her a call and chat, and then make a game plan to handle this disaster. It is truly a disaster. I'm gonna show you, and I'm embarrassed. Don't judge me, it's been a crazy time. I also just went to Disney World this week, and now I have to move. So, good times. This is the state of affairs. Things are tough. Things are rough. I got a lot of clothes to pack. Just so much going on. Okay, we talked to mom. We're getting going. I'm in a bit of a groove, so I'm gonna try and do this quickly. First thing, what I'm doing. Is that your friend? Do you want to play with him? I got this for Grant for May the 4th while I was in Disney, but somebody really likes him. And he rolls, right? He rolls. Whoa. That's so cool, huh? Please don't chew him. He needs his antenna to get around. I have some stuff that I'm gonna move myself, and the stuff that I'm gonna have the movers take, I'm gonna put in my room. I'm gonna leave my room full of the stuff for them to move, and everything that I'm gonna take myself, leave in here. Right now, I'm pulling out just like clothes that I will need for the week while I'm here. So I have pajamas, sweatshirt, leggings. I have 3 of my 4 work outfits, and then like all my shoes I'm just gonna move myself because this is chaotic. Oops, excuse me. My vision board and my gym bag I will all just move on my own. So I'm gonna pack this big suitcase with dresser clothes, hanging clothes, my stack of books that I'm selling on Pango. So I need to separate those out as well because I'm selling them and I don't know how to move them the best way. We're slowly but surely figuring things out. I think I need to keep differentiating what is staying here in this room for the movers to move and what do I want to bring. So we're just gonna keep rolling with that and see how it goes. This suitcase is ungodly large. I don't know when I would ever need to travel with this much stuff. I could honestly probably fit in here if I'm being really real. I think I'm gonna try and make this all closet clothes. Like if I can pack this to the brim, I will feel good. Do I keep this? Tell me honestly. This is the simplest of sweatshirts, but I don't know if I should keep it or not. Can you get out of there? Come on. Okay, it's been like an hour and I've made some, I think, good progress. So I want to fill you in. This is all that's left in the closet. I have these two are Grant sweatshirts. I gotta figure out where to put them. I have a blazer that I'm very skittish to fold for some reason. I don't know why. Dresser and my closet are basically empty. So I'm gonna wheel this guy back in here, I think. This is 90% of my closet. This is a little bit more and 90% of my dresser. 3 are all done. These drawers are all empty. So this can go all empty. We said see you later. And then I just have a couple things to grab there. Pulled out everything that I wanted to pack to wear this week and put it in this bag here. This is my Mark & Graham duffel. Listen, this is more than I need for a week, but I also just found some random pockets of room to fill in the last couple things from my dresser. So yeah, my work bag, I have blanket, and then this is my Marc Jacobs bag that I'm just honestly filling with like little random things that I find. Like my TBR is in here if I get bored for May. That's my toiletries that I've been living out of. My Switch, my iPad. I think I'm gonna pull all the hangers down and put them in a laundry basket so I can like really feel like this is done. Like, not to toot my own horn, but like a little bit. I've only been packing and cleaning for like 3.5 hours and I'm done. And I did actually a freaking lot. I have the door shut because I don't want people to get stuck in here. The bed is ready to be taken apart. This is unplugged because it has a charging port. All of my clothes are in these 3 suitcases for the most part, except for a couple things. And then 6 totes, a bookcase, and the dresser ready to go. I do want to make dinner and walk and have dinner on the beach nearby. I think that would be really fun for me. I'll probably do some writing tonight, but I feel like I got so much done today that I can actually like hang out tonight. This could be really fun. There is a wine bar down the street that I really like. Maybe I'll see if they're open today. I don't think they're open yet, but I'll go shower, get changed, bring a book, and go read down at Grace Hall. That could be a good plan for today. That shower felt really nice, and I'm gonna get ready and I feel like we could just chat a smidge whilst I get ready. Kind of chat a little bit. While I was packing, I was kind of thinking, when I get in a zone like that, I get pretty like reflective, introspective. I just think it is crazy. And while I was packing, I wasn't getting sad, but like I was getting like a little emotional. To me, it's crazy how much can happen in such little time. Like every once in a while, I'm like 6 months ago, I was in like a completely different place, and the same is true a year ago. Like my mom and I were talking today, and like literally a year ago, we hadn't even officially moved out of the house I grew up in. Like, and that just blows my mind. Like literally a year ago, I was still living in the house I grew up in, like in that little apartment that I had by myself that I loved so much. In the past year, I've had 3 different jobs, and none of this I could have ever really predicted. Even though I didn't love it, I'm really happy I had this experience living in the city. I love Boston as a city. I feel like it's a place that I will always feel at home. I'm not a city person. I don't like living in the city. I like more suburbs, rural area than I like living in the city, and that's just my preference. I'm happy I did this to realize that. The past year has just been honestly so crazy and so overwhelming when I think about it sometimes. I have been very blessed and very fortunate to always have a place to live, and in some cases too many places to live. Like too many places with stuff spread out and none of them fully feeling like home. I recognize that I'm fortunate that I never went without a place to live, and so many people can't say that, and I'm so grateful that I always had a place to live. But at the same time, I can recognize that it was a struggle and a pain point for me to not have a place that really felt like home for over a year. I think it's also difficult knowing that I went from living in the same place for 23 years of my life, having one home with all of the people that I love, my whole family, for 23 years, to having 3 or 4 different places that you're bouncing around or traveling between, that and none of them feel like home. When my parents sold their house, we had all kind of as a family unit made this big plan to move somewhere else in the country, to move mainly down south was the goal, to one of the Carolinas. And we were all like, we're gonna have these like big gorgeous houses in the south, whatever, we're gonna move, have a fresh start. And honestly, the past year taught me kind of by force that you don't need to make a big move to have a fresh start. Sometimes life just makes you have a fresh start. Not the kind of person that needs a big, ginormous, beautiful, gorgeous, modern house. I really just need a place that feels like home. And I'm really excited for that. And like while I was packing, I was getting emotional because I feel like I'm on the cusp of that. Like I feel like I'm finally getting back to that, and like half of my belongings are in Grant and I's new house. It already feels like home. Like I was thinking, even in my shower, like you go back 2 years ago and every video I made started with me making a coffee in my Nespresso machine, because that was like a little happy morning ritual for me, or like just a daily ritual to make a coffee on my Nespresso. And I haven't done that in like a year since I moved. In the past 2 days, I've stayed at that house with Grant, and both days I've gotten to make a coffee on my Nespresso. And it's really, Grant and I were talking, it's the little things. It's getting to wake up next to the person that you love in a space surrounded by your own stuff, and you can have your little rituals and make coffee, and you can just make breakfast together and go to bed at night and make dinner, and you can wipe down your counters with the products that you like, and it's all of your stuff. I said it in my goals video, this past year has been really, really hard, and I've learned a lot the past year. It's been difficult and I've had some struggles, and they're only just now starting to feel worth it. Like for a while it just felt like I was struggling to struggle, and I don't feel like I am anymore. I'm grateful for that struggle, those difficult periods. I feel like I grew a lot and I learned a lot. I don't want to do them again. Universe, we're good. We're good. Like, work and where I live have been the two biggest like mental drains in my life. Both of those are about to be like changed and rectified and like made better. Like, I'm about to move into a place with my partner that I really like, with all of my stuff, where we can build our first home together, where we can kind of like reconnect and just keep growing together. We're both stepping into new jobs in the next few months. Just a really, really exciting, refreshing time that makes it feel like all the struggle of the past year has been worth it. So that's where I'm at. That's my little feeling. It's a really big feeling. It's a really big feeling of gratitude, of relief, of just like pride in my own perseverance. I think of who I was a year ago is so unbelievably different than the person that I am right now. And like, I just can't even imagine who I'll be a year from now. I'm happy that I came and I lived in the city for the year. I learned so much. I grew so much. I made so many memories. I had so many experiences. I'll never forget this place, honestly. My first time living in the city and being a city person and like pushing myself into new routines and to explore new places and to really prioritize my creativity. Like, this is the place where I was able to do that. Like, I was laid off here. There are parts I liked and there are parts I didn't like. And I feel like that this is a good moment to end on, a good note to end on. Even though I did not love it, I would recommend living here. I would totally recommend Boston as a city to live in or to visit if you haven't. I would recommend specifically Southie. I think there's a lot in Southie. I think it's a cool age range. I feel like there's a lot of fun young people here. There are cool places, cool bars. While I was in the shower, I decided to take a look at this place and see if they had any reservations for one person to go do some reading at this wine bar down the street. They're owned by the same people, but they have two ventures. We're gonna go to one today and I'm gonna try and go to one tomorrow. The one today is a wine bar, so you can go and you can get snacks like appetizers, you can get a wine flight, you can get glasses of wine, you can get bottles of wine if you're going with multiple people or by yourself. I'm not here to judge. I don't think I'm gonna get food today. I think I am gonna come back and make dinner, but I will go get some appetizers, maybe a glass or two of wine, and I'm going to read. In this season of life, which is a phrase I don't like I feel cringy saying it, but I'm also like, no, it really is a season of life, of like starting fresh in a new chapter, starting over for yourself. I am reading Legends and Lattes by Baldree, which the main character in this book, Viv, does that. She is tired of adventuring and questing and she just wants a fresh start, a fresh chapter in her life. And that's what she does, is she goes and opens a coffee shop. So I feel like this is like kind of the vibe to go read this at this wine bar. I've been there a couple times with people. I think it's a really fun place to go. It's called Grace Hall in Southie. It's right on East Broadway near I Street, and it's fun to go with a couple people, but I've also been very jealous of people that I've seen there just like drinking wine and reading or writing by themselves. So I'm gonna go do that. So I'm gonna go there, have an app, read for a little bit, and then I'm gonna come back. We'll make dinner together and we will head to the beach. I'm feeling revitalized. I'm feeling refreshed. I don't know if you could tell. I'm gonna get my glasses and some shoes. It's beautiful. So I'm finally wearing denim, like I can wear shorts, but I'm wearing my Fly High Pepita Mundo Tour shirt and some Madewell denim shorts that are super cute. You're in your little house. You're so cute. I am gonna miss you, even though you bite me a lot. But you're cutie. Okay, bye. Okay, I'm home from Grace Hall. I had the best time. My server was great. She and I were at the bar together. I was the first person in the restaurant. Like, I was there for a while by myself, which normally the droid on the floor is I just stepped on him. Tried 3 different wines. I had 2 glasses, but I tried 3 different ones. I had a rosé, and then I had an orange wine, which I never tried before, but I'd seen on the menu, and that is like made with white wine grapes, but the skin is left on and it ferments a little bit, and it was actually pretty delicious. And then I had a glass of white from the region in Spain where I studied abroad. I studied abroad in Basque country, in the city of Bilbao, so I tried the wine from there, and it was very, very good. I got 2 appetizers. I got arancini with spring peas, ricotta, and basil, and then I got their burrata, which had baguettes, it had strawberries, pickled rhubarb, poppy seeds, and chili honey, and both were very, very good. I definitely just treated myself, but I had a blast. I read like 50 pages of Legends and Lattes, and I just listened to good music and vibed. My server was very friendly. She kept chatting with me, kind of out of my comfort zone a little bit, being the only one there and like reading. I normally would get like very anxious that people were like judging me, and some people were looking at me like, what is this girl doing? But I also was just kind of owning it, which was nice and fun and fresh. The people next to me definitely, the woman was deciding between the orange and the rosé, and I was just like, I had both. They're both delicious. I prefer the rosé though, and I was like, who am I talking to a random stranger? It was very much fun. I was there for about an hour. We're starting to head into sunset time, so I do want to make dinner and head down to the beach to just have dinner. My camera battery's flashing, so I'm gonna go try and find the other one somewhere in this damn house. And then we're gonna make a really quick, delicious dinner together. I'm having a great day. This is a great last day in Boston. I'm so excited. Let's do it. This book is a freaking delight. If you have not read it, go read it. It's so much fun. I got some lemons. I got some blueberry lemon seltzer. I think I'm gonna make like a little flavored vodka spritz when I get home. And then I got some slaw. These are the best things ever. We get them from like a local Japanese grocery store. These are udon noodles, literal bricks, some frozen shrimp. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook up the shrimp while I'm boiling the water for the udon. The best thing about this frozen udon, and I can also show you, I get instant packets of udon as well, like a ramen packet. So you can get either to make this recipe, but both are super fast. They boil for like, you put the udon in for like a minute and then they're done. So it's a very quick meal. Alrighty. I'm gonna salt this one, let it boil for the udon. Trader Joe's Japanese multi-purpose seasoning. Let's see this. I've never seen this before. So I'm gonna put this in the water and on the shrimp. Olive oil. That is not a good maple spot. Just cover the pan. Maple, this is menace behavior. I cooked them right from frozen. I'm gonna put a little seasoned salt and a little green goddess on these shrimps while they cook, and then I'll top it with the Japanese after. We're gonna let these cook. We've talked about this menace behavior. While that is kind of cooking up, I'm gonna go ahead and make the sauce to put on the noodles. This is really delicious, and I don't remember the specific measurements that I usually use, or that I used the first time I make it. Since then, I've just been eyeballing it, and it's been perfect. See, it's not as fun when you can get to it, huh? Okay. Anyway, I've been eyeballing this recipe since then, and it's fine. So while the shrimp is cooking, and once they're mostly cooked through, I'll add in the slaw to cook down a little bit. It's the combination of a lot of different things squished together. The main base is gonna be soy sauce, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put a large dollop in. And then we're gonna use oyster sauce. I just get like a few good dabs of this in. This is a little bit thicker. 1, 2, 3. The amount of soy sauce I have, that's probably enough. And then just a little tiny bit of sesame oil. And then you need mirin. Ooh, it smells so good. Like that is probably enough. And And then I'm gonna pop in a little bit of rice vinegar. Need some minced garlic. I just do like a tablespoon, teaspoon, and almost forgot some minced garlic in here. This is what happens is I find recipes on Pinterest and then I just kind of Frankenstein them into my own thing. But for 2 bricks of udon, I think this is good. I also think that this recipe called for a little bit of maple syrup when I first made it, but that just feels a little bit weird for me, so I'm not gonna do that. But this is perfect. This is the perfect amount for 2 bricks. Water is boiling, but I'm gonna let it boil for a little bit longer because the bricks only have to be in for a minute. These are cooking away pretty nicely. I'm gonna go ahead and add the slaw veggies, stir it up, let those cook down while the shrimp finish. Already done, these noodles. I'm gonna grab a bag. This is my finished dinner. I'm gonna put the lid on it. I got these glass Tupperwares off of Amazon and they are my favorite thing. I'm gonna put one of these in my bag too. Okay, tip bag is packed, AirPods are in, we're ready to listen and walk. There are a couple beaches in Southie that you can go to that are like named beaches, like M Street Beach and Carson Beach. I don't go to any of those. Or as far as I know, I don't go to any of them. I just know that down the street is the beach. So I just walk in the direction of the beach and I end up there. And that's good for me. I know that there is like a cement retaining wall across the beach. So I'll probably sit there to eat dinner and then just have some quiet sunset time, just sitting or walking on the beach. I'm loving this day, guys. Have I said that recently? I know I just did. Let's go. Dinner is packed. I have my belt bag with my keys and stuff and I'm ready to rock. You're gonna come along with me. I'm awake. I'm back in my Fly High Pepita shirt. It's like 8 a.m. I've been up since like 7:30. I'm getting some contract work done. But I'm really tired. And it should be illegal for movers to come this early. But I think I'm the first move of the day, so I guess I would rather get it out of the way. The movers texted me that they'll be here in like 10-15 minutes. Maple is in her mom's room and is really upset about it. I'm really liking Queen Charlotte. The only little tiny thing I have an issue with is she's 17. Unclear how old the king is. But so far this whole show is about the consummation of their marriage. And I'm just like, she is but a child. Hello friends, it is much later and I look like this now. I'm really happy I made the last clip when I did because the movers and Grant showed up at the same time, like 3 minutes after I put the camera down. It went really great. It was less than 2 hours. They got everything out, got to the new house and rebuilt everything and put it together. So crazy, I haven't seen it in almost a year. This empty, and somebody is so confused where Auntie Kayla's bed went. We let her in after the movers left and she just looked around so sad and confused. Yeah, it's empty in here. It's like crazy how big this space was, like how much I had in here and how much got squished in here, but she's empty. That feels really good. Grant and I spent the whole day at the house. We ended up unpacking a lot more than I thought we did. I really wanted, we have one more day of moving next weekend. I have some furniture and some things in my parents' house on Cape Cod, and we're gonna do like a power U-Haul day and finish out packing. So I wanted to get everything we currently had in the house ready to go, so we'd be all set to finish up next week when I live there full time. Right now I'm gonna shower and change. I'm gonna have more of a chill night in because I did a lot yesterday and I did a lot today. I'm gonna eat leftovers from last night, make a little cocktail, and we're gonna read, and then I'm probably gonna do some more like contract work tonight because it's hourly. Okay, it is 7. I am showered. We have a charged camera battery. I ended up washing my hair again because it was just past the point of fixing after today. So I'm gonna reheat my leftovers from last night, and we're gonna make a little drink. And I have not spent some time on my porch yet this season, so I think I'm gonna do that. The only problem is I usually have to lock up Maple to do that because I don't want her to get out. But I think if I can read, listen to music, drink a little cocktail, eat dinner, that would be a really great way to end my week, end my weekend, start my week. I have this cute little cup. It's like one of those glass coffee cups, but this is heat activated or temperature activated vinyl. So I'm gonna make it in here, and we're just gonna use some good old Tito's and the blueberry lemonade seltzer that I got yesterday. I was just thinking, and it feels kind of cheesy, in a way that I hope it's really not, but does video in these few days, like yesterday, today, the next couple days, feel like that thing? I don't know if it's like a trend or what, but like romanticizing your day. I feel like I'm romanticizing my last few days living in Boston. And truthfully, it's making it more enjoyable. For any other Saturday, I don't think I would have gone to Grace Hall yesterday and got wine and drank and read at a bar. Like, I don't think I would have had dinner on the beach. Like, I wouldn't normally eat dinner on the porch, even though it's a beautiful evening. Like, I get so stuck in my ruts and my habits that I forget to like take in the special little moments, romanticize those little moments, and I feel like I'm doing a good job of it this weekend, and I really appreciate it. Okay, so I just finished up my porch time. I read like 30 pages of Legends and Lattes, ate dinner, drank my cocktail, enjoyed my time outside, and it was honestly really delightful. I am a little bit sad I haven't done that sooner, which I feels like I'm gonna be a broken record saying that this weekend, but I'm really liking Legends and Lattes. I'm like a third of the way through, and I'll honestly probably be able to read most of it tomorrow, if not the rest of it. I have my regular commute day tomorrow, so bus ride, train ride, walk to the office, and then do it all again to come back. It's like 7:45 right now, and I want to take like another hour and a half to get some work done, and keep watching the Queen Charlotte show from Bridgerton, which I'm enjoying, and I talked about this morning. But take a little time to do that, and then I think just wind down and relax. I should probably do my hair before work tomorrow, and I have to pack like my lunch. We're kind of serving Hagrid today, but that's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna do that, get some work done, and watch a little Queen Charlotte. Hi friends, happy Monday. Again, take two. I'm home. I just got in. It's like 6:30 right now. So decent time for commuting. I think it was like an hour and a half. How was your Monday? How was your day? Today's a pretty productive day, I'll be honest. I got a lot of work stuff done. I got a video up ready to go for today and did a little bit of contract work today. I also read like 90% of Travis Baldree's Legends and Lattes. I think I have like 35 pages left. So planning to finish that today. So it was overall a really productive day. Got on the T, shipped some packages, mailed my rent check. Mondays are some of my favorite days. I feel like I start the week so refreshed and energized. I just get so much done Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Like usually my peak reading is Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday because I read. Those are usually also the days that I go into the office and I'm commuting. So I have a ton of reading time and I can like usually read one or two books for each week in Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. I don't really have anything planned for today, honestly. I'm working from home tomorrow and I only have one meeting. So we're gonna go to a couple of the different places that I like a lot in Southie. I'm gonna start the morning going to the my favorite coffee shop spot in Southie. I do have an appointment at 12:30 to get my nails taken off. I'm just taking a little bit of a break. So I'll do that on my lunch tomorrow and then I might go work in a cafe for a few hours. There is like a Cafe Nero that I want to say goodbye to. I know Cafe Neros are everywhere, but I did a lot of my writing in Southie in Cafe Nero when I was laid off. I went there a lot, so I just kind of want to enjoy the nice weather tomorrow and take a walk down there. I do have therapy tomorrow, so I'm gonna try and take it easy tonight because therapy is like after work and cuts into my unwinding time the days that I have it. So I'm gonna try and make up for that today. That's what's going on. How's your day? Productive? What's something good that happened today? Whenever you're watching this, tell me something good that happened. Let's make dinner. We're gonna make a very easy shrimp pesto pasta because it's literally the last things that I have in my fridge. I'm trying to eat through a lot of like my food that I have here so I can go to the new house and buy fresh new groceries. So it's literally cook pasta, cook shrimp, combine, put pesto, cut up tomatoes, and normally I put artichokes in it, but I don't have artichokes today. Oh, I'll also put Kalamata olives because I have those, and sometimes I put like little mozzarella pearls, but out of those too, and don't feel like going to the grocery store. So let's do it. We have a quick 30-minute meal. I'm a little bit bummed. I think something that I used to cook with, somebody rinse all the soap out of it because it's got a vague flavor of soap, which is unfortunate. But besides that, I wanted to share something I'm doing with Legends and Lattes that I wanted to share with you that I think is a really fun idea. It's not by any means like an original idea, like people do this. But I think it's especially fun for this book specifically. So Legends and Lattes, I think I've talked about it in this video, is a fantasy adult book. Very low stakes, very like cozy fantasy. Kind of has the vibe of Dungeons and Dragons. It follows an orc who has been adventuring, wants a fresh start, and decides to open a coffee shop. My friends and I are gearing up for a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Yes, I'm admitting this on the internet. We're gonna go play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm gonna be the DM. I'm actually already planning a video of all of the things that I do to prep for our Dungeons and Dragons themed like party hangout. And one thing that we've also been trying to do for a while is like a book club of sorts. And I did one on the page before, just like a little heart. So I'm the first one to read it as DM, and then I will pass it to somebody else who will read and enjoy it as well. So I'm gonna finish this up while I'm eating my soapy dinner, which is unfortunate. I just finished Legends and Lattes, and it is easily a 5-star read. It felt like a cozy fall day, which is like my favorite season, with a cup of coffee and a cinnamon roll and simultaneously like going home to the bookstore where I worked for 5 years, just like a place of comfort and like where there are familiar friends and faces. It was just truly a delight. Travis Baldree, I'm gonna need some more of this shenaniganry. I made some annotations. I just finished dinner. I'm still 6 books ahead of schedule for my Goodreads goal, and I haven't read a book in like a week and a half. So I'm gonna pack away my leftovers. That will probably be my dinner tomorrow. I tend to, when I have therapy, I like to make dinner with some leftovers, so when I get out, I can just pop it in the microwave and go on with my day. Good morning, happy Tuesday. Welcome to the last day of this vlog. Tuesday morning, it's 8:35 and I'm very, very tired. My roommate, Maple's mom, got home at like 11:30, which woke me up because I'm right by the front door, but it was like one of those really bad wake ups where you're like about to be in a really deep sleep. Like you're so close to a deep sleep and then somebody like brings you fully back to awake again. So that was a bummer. And then what my roommate tends to do when Maple wakes up at like 5, she just lets her out and closes her door so she doesn't keep waking her up. But then Maple just cries outside of her door, and me being like right next to the hallway, it's super loud. And then Maple realized that I was still in the living room and she kept coming and biting me to wake me up, which was just a little annoying. Like, you're cute, but I did not need that today. I am very tired because of one little tiny cat. So I'm really tired. I kept snoozing my alarm. I was gonna try and get up at 7:30 and do some contract work before work. That did not happen. No ma'am, it's 8:30. Last night I finished Queen Charlotte. Mixed reviews and not my favorite. Like, I prefer Bridgerton. My biggest, it was a lot more spicy than the last season of Bridgerton. I thought it was cool to get her backstory and to learn about her. What I really struggled with is like all of her kids were like, you have not been a good mom. And I'm like, you had a weird relationship. You're kind of a mean queen. And you've been a bad mom. I'm so happy one thing in your life worked out, which is being in love. But I'm like, Queen Charlotte, I expected a little bit better of you. And then I started reading Truly Devious, which is supposed to be my roommate book club book before I leave on Friday. But I think I'm the only one that started it, so we'll see. But I'm gonna get dressed. We're gonna still do a couple more of my favorite things in Southie. We're gonna go get my favorite breakfast. I'm gonna get my nails taken off today at my favorite salon. I have one meeting for work, and then I have therapy tonight. Okay, I'm dressed. I'm ready to go get coffee. I was trying to think, there was something else that I wanted to do today of like my favorite things to do in Southie. And I remembered that it was walking to go work at my favorite cafe for We have some Madewell denim, simply because it's warm enough to wear shorts. So I have that. This is a Goosebumps t-shirt I found at TJ Maxx, and it's one of my favorite t-shirts. And I actually get a lot of compliments on it. And then just a Target sweatshirt and my little white sneakers. So we're gonna go to this breakfast place. It is my favorite latte that I've gotten in Southie, I will say. Maybe not Boston, but honestly maybe Boston. So it is like the place I went on Saturday, the Gray's Hall Wine Bar. It is their sister store right next door called American Provisions. They have really yummy like pre-made salads and pasta salads, and then they have really good coffee, pastries, and it's also a shop, so you can buy like nice olive oils and sauces and wine and things. So it's probably gonna be a little busy because it's 9 AM and it's a nice day out, but let's go on a little walk. It's like 5 minutes from my house. It's so delicious. They also do really good deli sandwiches. from my little jaunt. I got my honey lavender latte with oat milk, and then I got myself 2 treats. I did not need 2 treats, but I got them. I got a chocolate croissant, and then I got this Rice Krispie Lucky Charms treat that just looked really good. I was thinking about whether or not I wanted to walk to that cafe this afternoon, and I think that I'm going to, because this is really the last day that I will be able to work from home in a place where I can like walk to cafes and stuff to hang out. So I think I do want to do that, and I haven't been since I started working again after being laid off. Hi friends, it is a bit later. I am home. It's like 5 o'clock. I spent, first of all, it's been a minute. We're naked again. These nails, it's so weird. I literally keep looking at my hands like, whose hands are those? My nails took like half an hour, went great. Then I did walk over to Cafe Nero, which was like a 15-minute walk to Cafe Nero for my nail salon. I completely forgot to vlog there. I kind of got there and got really in the zone, got a lot of work done. And I was there for like 2 hours, I want to say, maybe 2.5 hours. And I got a clementine lemonade, which was really, really good, and a water because I need to hydrate. I got back here around 4 o'clock or so, and then I did a couple more work things, and it's 5 right now. I have therapy at 6. I just made a snack, and then I always spend the last like hour, 45 minutes of my work day doing like some sort of professional development learning. That's just like calendar time that I block off at the end of my day. So I'm reading a book right now, and I'm just gonna read and take some notes on it. I'm technically done working, but I usually on therapy days like to work a little bit later and feel like I've worked a little bit extra, so then when I get through with therapy I can just feel like I can do whatever it is that I want. I think at this point I have done everything. I think I've done everything that is like my favorite things to do living in Southie. There is one place that Grant and I really like to go called Lincoln Tavern, which is right across from where Cafe Nero was, and I almost stopped in there for a drink on my way home today, and I was like, you don't need it, it's a Tuesday. But they give me food and drinks, and they have like live music and stuff, so I would like to go there before I leave, but if I don't, it's not the end of the world. I also really like to walk to City Point and Castle Island. I've done that a couple times, and I really enjoy that walk. It's a bit of a longer walk though, so I haven't had the time to do it, to commit to it, but I'm doing that. And then I also just love taking the T down the Green Line to, well, down the Red Line to the Green Line to go to Newberry Street and walk around, go to Trident, go to the Thinking Cup, things like that. And I did not get to do that this week, but that's something that I will always do. Like, that doesn't matter where I live, I will always go do that. I will always be down for a day like that. Where Southie is a little bit different, it's harder to get to. Thank you guys so much for watching this vlog and for sticking with it through this year and being in Southie and living in the city with me. It was a big learning experience for me and a growing experience, and I'm happy I did it. I'm happy I had my year in the city, but I am ready for bigger and better things that are better aligned for my needs. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and be sticking around, and I'm so excited to move on to this next chapter of my life, living in a home, living with my partner, and it's just really exciting. So that's where I'm gonna leave this vlog. Thank you guys for watching again. Love you so much. So happy you're here and feeling good. 3 days left in this city. All right, I'm gonna go to therapy. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Bye.